All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are here with day 4 of Turtle Week. Today, we're going to be looking at Nightmare Campaign. We're going to be messing around and just kind of seeing what they can handle, what they can't handle. If you watched the preview video last week, you'll see that we actually were able to beat the final boss with Mikey and Leo. We just kind of threw them in there, but I want to see how they handle themselves in all the situations that are going on in here. So let's see what they can do and what they can handle. So there you go. We are in Nightmare. We're going to go to the bosses just to kind of see how they do with the bosses themselves. We're going to bring in Leo and Donnie. Now, Mikey was able to handle this, but it kind of got cut a little close. So the reason I'm using these two is one, because Leo's insane with the damage on his AoEs, and two, because he has the I can't say it, the Relentless set. There you go, Relentless set. And Donnie's there to keep everyone alive. He also puts up more buffs, which is what makes Leo stronger. So making him faster and possibly hit harder on his main attack is what we're looking for here. So we're going to see. We're going to take super raids off because we don't actually, we'll leave it on. We're going to be getting some silver out of this. So we're going to see how Donnie and Leo handle it. Then we'll go back and see if, maybe switching it out. Ralph is probably the least likely to be worth bringing into campaign for this, unless you have him in some kind of a stone skin where he can, work it out. But I'm going to assume that any of the 4 turtles in combination can conceivably do this. See what I mean with that hit? Can conceivably do this. Nightmare campaign in the beginning is easy, so this is going to be kind of a joke at first. We're going to be like, what? Who even thinks that you can't do it? These few fights we were able to do with Kale and Spirit Host. So, yeah, I'm assuming you'll be able to beat most of these with that. And the funny thing is, too, when you start getting into the bosses, a lot of times the bosses are actually easier than... Where did he go? Are actually easier than the fights, because you're constantly going up against 4 of the Valkyries, and that's when it becomes an issue. Now, I don't know how they're going to handle themselves in that area, because all those Valkyries are kind of crazy. So if they can kill them quickly without, getting them to do the counterattack, it's fine. The thing is, though, is that Leo's initial hit is a buff. When he starts a round, if he has it unlocked, he's going to put that counterattack unkillable up. So the good news is, though, he's unkillable. And if they get him down to a low health, he'll put up Stone Skin. So in a sense, it shouldn't kill him. When you look at it on paper, it shouldn't kill him on that first run. And the only thing that's going to slow this fight down is unkillables, which don't seem to be too much of an issue right now. Boom, look at that. He's already dead. And they do still get extra attacks when the other one attacks. So there is that, Boom, boom, boom. Extra attack. Oh, he didn't get it that time. And there goes Leo with his craziness. And he has an extra hit. Look at dude, Relentless is so good on Leo. I didn't know if it was gonna be worth doing, but I was like, let's try it. And now, even though he's the lowest powered turtle that I own, the setup is so good that I don't care. So just know that Relentless can work on him if built correctly. Like I said, he's got about 5,000 defense, so his attack is going to be higher. We don't have his crit damage up that high, so once we get his crit damage up, yeah, you'll be seeing 200-300k attacks. I guarantee it. With that big hit, it's going to be nuts. I'm slobbering on myself today. It's going to be crazy. All right, so he's doing pretty good here. I want to see how they do. I think the first few bosses shouldn't pose too much of a threat. You don't really start seeing an uptick in damage until round 5, area 5. But that was stage 3. What did I just do there? I didn't want to do stage... See, I'm so used to other stuff. Was that stage 3? I don't even know, guys. I am out of it. It's been such a long week. There's been so much stuff going on right now in life that I'm going nuts. All right, so whatever. We'll do it again. If I did it already, great. If not, like I said, I think that was just a stage that we did for no reason. But the fun part here is that they're able to handle it. They're not even worried about it. This is not even an afterthought. Maybe we did do... I have no idea. But either way, he's going to be dead in 3 seconds anyway. Who cares? So figure about 30-something seconds before your battle's over so far with these bosses. Not too bad. All right, there you go. And we're completing our quest for the day. Even better. All right, so stage 7. All right, we're gonna... Yeah, we did this with rares just for funsies. Let's do this. It's always good to go in with rares. And we've actually been leveling up some more chickens, so you're going to be seeing a couple more 6 stars come up pretty soon. We've been getting some pretty good ones. So, and a lot of them are getting their skills maxed. Now that we've lifted the summoning restriction, because we're not going to worry about summoning anymore. So, but we're not lifting the heroes everyone can use restriction outside of turtles. So, yeah, either way, don't worry, guys. Not much has changed. We can just summon and make this go a lot quicker. Because I don't think anyone wants to wait another 6 years for me to pull enough books for me to do another rare hero, right? I'm pretty sure that's a useless situation. So it looks like this guy, see what I mean? This guy's starting to get a little bit tougher as far as damage. I mean, that damage that he takes and how much HP he has. So yeah, these fights can be a little brutal at times. And this guy does heal himself, I think. No, he poisons. That's what it was. This one poisons. There's one that does heal. But as you can see, they're already starting to have, you know, a little bit, not trouble, but because they're not even having trouble. They're just taking a while. But I also think that this boss specifically has a reasonable amount of health comparative to some of the other ones. There you go. He drops like a fly. Stage selection. All right, so that was 4. Now let's see how they handle 5. This one has a counterattack. So there is that. Take him out. Boom. Boom. But I honestly think these two are probably the best suited for Nightmare, just because you have most of the stuff you need. You have speed up. I mean, there's no attack up or anything like that, but he does have defense up, which is what makes Leo stronger anyway. And you do have a lot of buffs coming both ways: protect ally, defense up, healing. Lots of good buffs that are going to keep you alive in here when you're having trouble. This is much easier than I remember it. We were doing this with, I think, like Syl and who? And what's that? The fire dude's name? I forgot his name. We were doing it with like the low end heroes and doing it, you know, just fine. We were able to beat a couple of these with Kale and Spirit Host, and then we also had, I think at the end we did it with like Mithrala, like for the final few fights, because Mithrala made it so that we didn't die immediately from the boss. We could take a hit and keep going. Yeah, it was Yakarl. Yakarl changes the game in here because you can just freeze your way through all the waves, which is nice. It's still slow because he does good damage, but when you first get to Nightmare, you're not going to be doing that much damage where it's going to be like, oh, it's going to be the slowest thing ever. Yeah, it is going to be slow as hell. So that boss wasn't bad at all. Look at that. All right, let's keep going. We are now in 6 Nightmare. Honestly, I feel like these two are fine. Like, these two will be able to handle every single part of this game if you have both. Leo's really the key here. So if you didn't get Leo, I'm sorry. You could conceivably do this, I guess, with... He doesn't have Unkillable, but you could do it with Mikey because he has that shield situation. So how about this? We'll try the next one with Mikey instead, since those are the two that everyone could have gotten if they were not lazy and if they had enough resources. Because you could have done Donnie's little fusion thing, and then also gotten Mikey from the login. So we'll see how that goes. We'll check it out. Because I know we all know that Leo's going to be able to do it. No problem. My question is whether or not he can stay alive. And Mikey is one of the ones that stays alive longer. So Mikey and Leo can kind of trade places on who's doing what. Mikey also has the leech, which is nice. So there's that. I wish he would have gone for that guy. There you go. Get that guy out of the picture. But you see what I mean with the health? Like, this boss doesn't have anywhere near the amount of health of the dragons. The dragons always seem to have tons of health. So poison is usually pretty good against them. Well, and we got a 3-star. Even better. All right, let's check out Mikey. We're on 6, so now we're going into 7. So Tilshire, I picked the worst place for him to come in. So we're going to take these guys out. We're going to put Mikey in. Actually, not the worst. He's green. And we'll bring Donnie in. And do we want accuracy? I don't think it matters here because our accuracy is pretty good. I mean, his accuracy is like 467 or some crazy number. So I don't think we really need his extra accuracy. So the extra HP to stay alive is probably our best bet here. But if I'm going to pick 2 turtles, I don't see any reason why I would pick Raph over any of the other 3 turtles. Like, for this specifically, Can you do it with him? Yes, but he's the least useful of the four for stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like, we have a leech in here. Like, Raph doesn't bring anything but pure aggression. So, is he good? Yeah, but is he going to be better than, is he going to be better than these guys for staying alive and, keeping the team going for the Nightmare? No, probably not. I mean, I guarantee you if I bring Raph in, he'll be dead by the second or third wave tops. Like, he's not making, I don't think he'd even make it to the third wave on auto in the Valkyrie area. All right, so it looks like these guys are putting up some pretty good attacks. I don't know if there's an unkillable here or not. I don't remember. Yeah, no, it's a counter. That's what it was. And reflect. So he's going to reflect our damage back at us. There you go. Luckily, we have Leech. So every attack we do is going to heal us back up now. And we have our regen. So this is why I was saying, like, they're much better. Oh, good. He was able to kill him. So there's no more reflect damage. And there you go. Dead. See? Like I said, Mikey's going to be just as good, I think. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be. All right, where's Mikey? No, we want Donnie, Mikey. Because remember, it's obvious that they can win with the four of them. Like, obviously, all four are going to beat this like it's a joke. But the question is really, can they go through Nightmare with just two of them? And obviously, the answer is yes at this point. I mean, there's pretty much no question. The only area that I'm thinking might be an issue is, like I said, the Valkyries. But we'll find out. We'll run the boss. But I want to see how they handle the waves, because there's 3 waves of Valkyries. I forgot which round it was that had the most Valkyries. There's literally, I think, one fight where there's 4 Valkyries in one fight. Whoever thought that was a good idea, goddamn, man. Seriously, the worst. It is the worst area of Nightmare. It's to the point where once you can beat Nightmare, I think it's Area 9 with all the Valkyries. If you can beat that, you can literally beat the rest of Nightmare. Like, it's the difficulty is spikes in that area. At least it did for me. Like, that's where the difficulty spiked, and then campaign became easy. The only thing that was hard after that was beating the final boss, because it's such an annoying fight without having the right heroes. All right, let's get out of here. So now we're going to go into 8. We have one more stage before Nightmare truly begins. But these fights are being, they are going to look a lot easier than they are. So, okay, we've got the right heroes. Did we just do this one? No, we did 7, right? Hold on a second. Yeah, we did Tailshire, and we just did. Wow, I am so out of it, guys. All right, well, either way, we're gonna do it again. I don't care. Let's just fight them again. These fights are short, so yeah, we did do this. Either way, I want to do it again, just because they're fun. There you go. You get to watch them kick the ass all over again. That's the whole point. Is you want to see them fight and kick crap out of the enemies, right? Screw it. Double time. Let's see if it was a fluke. See, Mikey can dodge everything. I got to pay attention today, guys. I'm really out of it. So you're going to see some dumb stuff happen today. But that's good, because it means you get to watch more turtles, right? It's not like this isn't what you came for, right? You wanted to see turtles kick ass, and now you're going to see turtles kick ass. Boop. Wow, he just did. I forgot he has that stun. All right. We don't have. It's the only downside with the turtles. They don't really have a way to incapacitate. They are pretty much just... They're just a solid tank team that can take a lot of hits and put up insane amount of buffs. They're not huge in the way of debuffing, though. Like, they have your defense down, your attack down, things like that. They don't have any real crowd control. So your only crowd control is the fact that you're going to kill something 4 times faster because you're going to hit it 4 times in a row. See what I mean? So it's like, that's kind of where their thing is. They're more for speed and crushing, not for... And for long fights, they're good for, but they're not good against a team that really requires them to have some kind of a way to stop them from attacking. But the good news is they shrug off most attacks at this point. Like, very few. Like, the only time I really have seen a problem is in areas where there's very specific things that you have to deal with, like bombs or whatever. Like, things that are... You're going to have to stop and think before you actually just attack for no reason. All right, so we have our counters here. This is... Hopefully they can kill. There we go. But hopefully they can kill that guy, because he's a jerk. But now all the counter stuff, attack stuff is gone. But these guys both heal. Actually, no, he has the block damage. That's what it was. So now looks like they're going for the boss, which is not good. See? They're going to keep going for the boss, which is not going to help us in any way, because then he can block damage. So auto is not your friend in this fight, apparently. Oh, there you go. I guess it didn't matter. Mikey put his big hit out. He put on his big boy pants. That's crazy. All right, let's get out of here. Maybe we didn't do that fight. I am so out of it, it doesn't even matter. All right, dragons. So this is where it's going to be a problem. All right, so now let's bring him in. Switcheroo, start. So hopefully the buffs don't get us killed. That's right, he's got the counterattacks here, so that's going to be annoying. Just constant counterattacks. Now, the question is that counter? It doesn't count as an attack, right? Yeah, okay. So the ally attacks don't count as an attack, which is nice. Thank God for that smite, baby. Thank God for that Reaper. Jesus. Reaper coming in hot, baby. But just so you guys know, the Soupy player, the Soupy clan is inviting players. All right. I don't know what Soupy means, but... Well, I know what soup is, but I don't know what S-O-O-P means. S-O-O-P-Y. Soupy. Do you think they meant soupy like soup? Do you think they meant soupy like something else that I don't know or understand? Or do you think they meant Snoopy and spelled it wrong? Those are the questions that are going to plague your mind today, not whether or not your turtles are strong enough to win. Alright, so there was no Valkyries in that fight. I don't see this fight being that difficult as far as the boss goes. Really, he just heals, so it's not like it's a big deal. Anyone can beat this guy with some lifesteal, pretty much. Even if he goes on, even if I think it's the next version that goes unkillable. So this guy, he's just kind of doing his thing. I think this is the one that poisons, maybe. So yeah, Donnie can remove all that, so it doesn't even matter if he poisons us. We're good to go. Big hit, and good night, dragon. And we get a nice hot War Maiden. All right, get out of here. Stage select. Let me just make sure we're in the right spot. So that was 9. Was it Godfrey's Crossing? No, it wasn't, because that's the lizards. So let's go into Deadlands and see. All right, this might be the one. So let's see how they handle this. How do Valkyries come into play? Say there's 3 Valkyries, and every time we buff, they're going to speed the crap out of their attack. So let's just see if it matters. So there it goes. So we're going to get all these freaking counters now. Luckily, they all do it at once, so that kind of goes to your advantage. Because now they all have the same counter, because it doesn't add to the counter attack. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, it just reapplies it, I think. 2 turns. So they don't really get it for much longer. All right, so it looks like it's not really affecting them too much, because they're getting 2 attacks at once. They can take the extra hit, see, because he's got the shield now. So that's what I'm saying. It's just annoying. I don't think it's going to really matter too much. That extra attack is all it takes, because it doesn't count as a counter. Boom. Yeah. All right, here we go. 4 of them. 4 at once. Can we kill one before it even gets to a problem? Yep, 1 dead. So there goes all their counters. So this is the worst case scenario right here. This is all 4 Valkyries in one fight. And we're doing it on auto, which is disgustingly insane, because I had to teeter my single target attacks in this fight, because every time I would use Yukari, his accuracy wasn't good enough because I sucked, and he would only freeze like 1 or 2 and then get hit and killed. So the fact that we're able to do this on auto, and it's literally not even affecting them. Like, look at this. These guys, it looked like they didn't even try. Dude, and he's got the stun. So we have a little crowd control. At least there's some stun. All right, that guy's dead. That guy had no health. So the Valkyries have the most health here, it looks like. Boom. It's funny because I do not see Raph being important here. I don't see how he would be. Alright, stage select. In the interest of fun, let's go to Godfrey. Let's go to here. He has no way of... He doesn't have a life heal, but he is red, which is strong against blue. So let's see if we do attack up. And then I think with this, I don't know what's more important. I feel like either buffing him or having the ability for lifesteal. I think maybe just doing 2 attackers might be our best option here. I don't know. We'll test it. That's the whole point, right? See what they can handle. See? Raph is going to be the least likely to be of use in here. See, he's not even... He does have the AoE, but... If they attack Raph, it's game over. So the fact that they're going... He's got the taunt. So Mikey actually probably was the best option here because it'll keep them off of Raph, the fact that he's got the taunt. But now he doesn't have the taunt, so... And we have Block Revive, which is nice for anybody who's trying to revive themselves, which, I mean, isn't going to come up too often, probably. So there's that. Yeah, that Block Revive is pretty useful, though. Doesn't really help in this fight. So now let's see. Oh, that's right. We have the Leech, so the Leech will help keep him alive if the dragon attacks a lot. But these guys are pretty fast comparative. Like, look at that. They're getting tons of attacks. All right, so they were... He's weak against this. That's right. I forgot that Raph's a strong affinity right now. So both of these guys are pretty reasonable. We have defense down now. Oh, there you go. Now you're going to start seeing some damage. All right, we don't really care about the unkillable. We're not even close to killing him yet, so it don't matter. Question is he going to die right at the time when... Look at... Dude, that's a lot of attacks. Jesus Christ, bro. Look at this. Look at these two. So even Raph can be useful in here. This guy's not even getting a turn. Jesus, bro. Let the boy have an attack. So now we got to sit here and watch him attack him for... You're gonna keep getting Reaper. Yeah, look at all the... Look how many freaking attacks they're getting in between. This guy's dead in like 2 seconds now. Boom, done immediately. So yeah, Raph was the good affinity on that one. That worked really well. So it looks like having the taunt is good. But he didn't get any real competition in there. Like, he didn't get anything. We're going to go into Hallowed Halls, because this we're going to need. A red hero's good, and so's a green. So this is actually perfect for this. So we bring in him and him to increase our attack. And we'll see. So these guys are both a good affinity for this fight. So let's see if it's enough to make this easier. Obviously, Leo can get through it. We already did it with Leo and Mikey on the final fight, so I don't need to show Leo and Mikey again. You can just go back and watch the preview video from last week on Friday. We're gonna maybe do it with... I really don't feel like Raph is the right option for that fight. We'll see. For the final fight. Yeah, you see he's already kind of taking some hits there. Yeah, look at that. This is why I said, I'm like, it's... Unless he gets that leech out, it's not going to be useful. Watch, he's going to put the... Okay, good. About to say, get that attack. Get your attack in. This could kill him. Problem is, he's not going to heal with the leech because he just wasted it. Because the leech is only good when they have health. And she didn't have health, but she feared. So that's good. Alright, let's see what they do here. This guy hits really hard, this boss. And we lose our ability to use skills. Look at that. See? They're taking really big hits here. So unless we have the life steal, we're going to be dead. Oh, good. He got it right at the last second. Yeah, see what I mean, though? He's not the best option. He was taking big hits there. And if my guys weren't fast like they are now, like they're over 200 plus speed. So if they weren't fast and you were just kind of doing this, yeah, you would have just gotten your ass handed to you there. As far as the final boss, like I said, we did it with Mikey and Leo with little to no problem. We're going to try it with the two that mattered. So these guys, we're going to see if these guys can handle it. This could be the first time that we lose someone. I know they can win. It's just a question of whether or not they can 3-star. Remember, this is all about 3-starring Nightmare Campaign, guys. We don't... Any loser can beat it, okay? Any loser. And if you don't believe me, I'll prove it. Bump. Killing them all. Whack. Swack. Oink. I love these turtles. Honestly, destroying my entire challenge for these 4 was 150% worth it. Summoning everything and just getting the turtles to play with was, if you're asking whether or not it was worth blowing the whole 3-year challenge for it, yes, it was 150% worth it. All right, so here we go. This is where the problems begin. We have Protect, We have defense down. Hopefully, yeah, we have defense down the boss. That means we're going to do a little more damage. Both of these turtles are very tanky. So hopefully it's enough to get through. We're wasting that defense down, which sucks. Boom. That's it. We want to get that big hit in. Oh, there you go. See? Oh, so he wasn't strong enough for it. Now, when we did this with Leo and Mikey, we didn't even get that attack. So once again, it's life. All right, so he can actually take that hit. That's not bad. Wow, look at this. All right, so he's going to get crushed. Dead. Wow, he used it 3 times in a row. All right, so I guess not. All right, so I guess we're just going to go in and do it the old-fashioned way. We'll bring these guys in. And, oh, not you. Let's just, there we go. We don't want this to be a 12-hour effect, so let's just see. Let's see if it was a fluke or if these two really are that good. The other problem here is that there's no turn meter drop here, which is why Yakarl and Mithrala work so well. Because you can use his Yakarl's big attack, which removes all turn meter from the boss. So even if he ups the turn meter with it, he's going to drop the turn meter of the boss either way to 0. So the turn meter increase from the boss doesn't even come into play, which is nice. But this one is really all about whether or not he does that move again. Because we got 3 of them in a row, which is, honestly, guys, I've never seen that. I've never seen him use that skill 3 freaking times in a row. Stone skin up. Yeah, good time for that lifesteal when we didn't need it. And good time for that unkillable as well. We didn't need that. Alright, let's see what happens here. Wow, came in hot with the hits, dude. Alright. So now the question is, if he gets hit right now, the stone skin pops up. So I don't know if that's going to be good or not. Whoa! That dude just wrecked him. I've never seen that either. Look at that. All right. So it was luck. But they were able to do it first try on the other. Okay, so his stone skin is literally all you need. Technically speaking, you could probably just use Leo by himself. Look at that. He's just going to keep putting up stone skin and counterattack. So yeah, he can do this by himself if he wants. I don't know if that attack goes through unkillable, though. I don't really remember. I don't think it does. So yeah, yeah. All right, well, these guys can do it. That was a weird one-shot off where the ad killed him. That wasn't even the boss that killed him. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, these guys can handle this. Like I said, we did it. It's just not a perfect setup because they don't have the skills needed to stop the boss from getting his attacks. Whereas, even just switching with Leo and bringing in Yakarl here could be a better option. Or even Leo and Donnie could work, but because Donnie seemed to be able to take the hit and then so was he. So maybe that's a better option. Taking him out and doing these two. And keeping our defense. I don't even know if defense is better or HP. Let's just try it. Not saying, might as well do it, right? This is what you came for. You wanted to see, so we're going to see it. Besides, it's the last fight anyway, right? Might as well enjoy it. We want to see what the best team for this is anyway. Why is he getting so many attacks? Because the counter is going on. That's why. I'm like, what is happening here? There you go. Speed up, baby. Give me some speed. We want fast. We want fast and furious. Good, there you go. I want him to get his buffs up. Perfect, there we go. Get the buffs up right at the start, so that way he can do that big hit and kill everybody, hopefully. There you go, that's what we want. You want every buff up, and then you want that hit to come right after it. Well, he puts that skill up so fast with the Relentless. Like he's just the extra attack master right now because his skill has an extra attack built into it. Why did he not counter? Oh, because he's protecting, that's why. I'm like, why did he counter that? Perfect. Doing extra hits, done. All right, the main event. It's the main event, guys. What do we got here? Will we survive? He survived it with the stone skin. Perfect. And he's got the unkillable still, which is nice. Oh, he's still unkillable. So none of that matters. He just needs to get that stone skin back. Right now he's unkillable, which is good. He's just doing extra attacks right now. There's his attack. He's going to lose it. Oh, he still doesn't have it. He needs to get that. There you go. That's it. He needs to get unkillable back. Because now he's invincible again for 2 rounds. Perfect. He has a heal as well. Boom. That guy's dead. He's still unkillable, so we're okay right now. Oh, he's going to lose it. And he didn't. He got the stone skin back. Look at that, dude. Leo is disgustingly good. Boom. So that actually looks like it's a better team. Because Leo's going to keep up the stone skin. And when he doesn't have stone skin, hopefully he has the unkillable, which stops the stone skin. You know what I mean? It's kind of a mix. So yeah, that's looks like there's your best team right there. The one that works the best. Because Donnie can take that hit once. So he can survive it with the extra HP because he's based on HP. So we gave him a lot of health. Remember, you can look at all their stats in the first video. I'm going to be posting all these videos separately, and then I'll be adding the links at the end of the week once all the videos are out, so that way you can kind of jump back and forth between the few videos to see what they do and what their stats are. All right, so yeah, I mean, awesome. They're doing great. We love these guys, and it's fun. And just to drive that home for funsies, let's do this. We'll bring some of our fan favorites. We'll bring a bunch of 6 stars. That's what we'll do. We'll see how they handle it. Let's see how this goes. This will be your little treat, your little rare treat. Let's see if they can handle it. I honestly have no idea because they're going to take some damage here, and this isn't a team that's set up. We literally just picked the 4 heroes that have a 6-star blessing. I think they're going to lose because they're not strong enough to take the hits from these bosses, from these guys. See, she's already dead. I figured we would try it. Honestly, it's because they're not the right heroes. Here, I don't want to give you guys a trash battle. Hold on. This is fun. Edit team. We're going to take these guys out. All right, I'm going to give you a good battle. So let's just say we're going to bring... We would bring... If I was to choose a team for this, we're going to pick Pig Boy. All right. Obviously, you want speed up and attack up. So, you would probably bring these 2 in. And then after that, it's really just whoever you want to bring into this fight. That could work. You could bring a reviver, which doesn't help because he blocks revive. So you're better off just bringing someone who can, bring the pain. So, we could bring Kale. We could bring, the normal heroes. But maybe we'll bring, what we'll do? We'll bring a single. No, we don't want a single target here. Who do I want to give you guys a look at? We'll do... This is such a tough call, guys. There's so many rares. So many rares to choose from, guys. It's like, we'll bring him. And we'll put him in the lead. Oh, it's only faction crypts? Alright, so then I guess this is dungeons. So I guess we're just going to do speed or defense. This is defense and dungeons. So we'll do speed. Let's see if this works. So we've got defense down. We've got attack up. We've got speed. We've got a lot of things going here. Boom, there's your defense down. And he's going to hit some heavy hits. Let's see if they can handle it. Perfectly done. And we have a counter as well. Yeah, my boy there, man, he does some good damage. I like him. But we know that someone's going to die in here because they're not set up for this fight. Like, they're not... I'm not picking heroes that are perfect for this fight. You would need a turn meter dropper. So even like an Armiger could work here if you're just trying to get through it. Time for the bonus round. Well, they were able to get through that wave, which is good. Question is, are they going to be able to get that defense down into the AoE before they get their turn? Because they are fast. There you go. We got that going. Luckily, these guys are all strong. Meat Boy is the only one that's not strong. So the pig is the first one that's going to die if it happens. Alright, we got our speed up. Removal of debuffs doesn't really matter. Is he going to... Okay. Kill someone? We need to kill somebody soon. There you go. Alright, he's getting dangerous, but he's healed right back up. As long as he can take a hit. The block damage hit from the boss, though, will kill Pig Boy in one hit. So, like, if that's the case, like I said, if we're just trying to get through the fight anyway, we're not going to get a 3-star. then this is fine. You know what I mean? You'll get through it. It's not the end of the world. Hopefully. Boom. All right. We got to get them to kill those ads. That's the big thing because they're going to start wrecking us. All right, that hit didn't do too much, but the other guy hits really hard. And his turn meter's up. There you go. See what I mean? I knew that was going to kill him in one hit. And I knew he was going to be the first target every time. Luckily, my boy over there can handle the hits over there. He's pretty defensive. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle the block revive hit because that hits really hard. There you go. It does not. He is not able to handle it. I guess you need someone like Kale, man. Someone come in and just wreck it. Well, this kind of gives you an idea of the turtles because these guys are all built pretty well, guys. So, yeah. You would need like a turn meter dropper probably. And maybe more stuns and things like that to get through it. I honestly don't remember who we beat it with originally. But yeah, I guess not. Oh well, figured we'd have some fun for a little bit. All right, guys, that's it for today. If you guys are interested in any other videos or anything like that, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Make it known. Make it known that you love things and you love content, all right? And you love turtles. That's really the important part, is that you love all the turtles and everything that they stand for. All right, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, things you want to talk about, things you want to discuss, make sure you leave a comment below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You help the channel grow. We do a live stream every single week, and yeah, we all love each other here. All right, so this is Turtles versus Nightmare Campaign. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.